Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers, sisters, friends, family, comrades on YouTube, but most of all, my family. Okay? Miss y'all, my love. I love you. So, lots going on. Spent the last couple of nights in a motel room, which was much needed to pay back my sleep debt, because there was most assuredly one. I mentioned that on my last video about how, the marching drum is sleep deprivation, sleep debt, sleep deprivation, whatever. Safety, safety, safety from Leonard's Express. And I'm on board with all of that. So I made mention to it to my risk person today. And her name is Lindsay. And she's a pretty cool gal, actually. And I made mention to her. I said, I've got something I've got to talk to you about. And I got to see if we can get this fixed. And I said, these bunks on these top bunks are ridiculous. They're very hard to... Oh, she cut me right off. We've been hearing about that. I'm very sorry. Hang on. She types up a email to the big boss upstairs. His name is Rob. I can't remember his last name. Doesn't matter. Rob answered back pretty short order. Yeah, get him in touch with Luke in the shop. See if they can't get it resolved. Fair enough. I said, all I need is another mattress. An additional mattress. Not another one, throw this one out. I need another mattress to put on top of the one that's already up there. Well, that's what happened. I got a brand new mattress. This sumbitch is this thick. I mean, it's going to be much better for a cat like myself. And then I just put it on top of the mattress that is already there. So I should have a good night's sleep tonight. I haven't even been on it yet. It's just been up there sort of, poofing out. And getting ready to go. We got an early call tomorrow. We're in Twin Falls right now. It's a nifty little kind of I've been here before, and I think my first night trucking, I stayed here because my trainer lives here. He's up the road. The bummer about that is that we got a load of 78,000 pounds of onions that we picked up in two places, both right on the border, one in Idaho, one in Oregon, and they were about 4 or 5 miles apart from one another. And we picked up 78,000 pounds of onions, and we're taking them to Florida. 2 stops in Florida. One of them is Parkland, where that big shooting was. And then the other one is Pompano Bay, something like that. So we're headed there starting tomorrow. We're leaving at 5 a.m. So he says. He ain't here. So he's gone over at the house, but he needed to do some laundry, which I was able to get done as well at the hotel stop. But yeah, so we're going down to Florida. It's not as extreme north as I was told to begin with. If you can remember back a few videos, I was sitting in the motel room talking about I'm here and I'm going to Maine, Well, it turns out I'm going exactly the bottom side of that, completely in the south. So I don't even expect to catch any horrific weather except for some rain. I know there's going to be some rain down that way and probably plenty of it. But whatever. I mean, that's beats the hell out of ice. And I narrowly escaped that when we went to Laredo, and I stayed at a truck stop in Pecos, and here comes this dude. Every forward-facing piece of this dude's truck was covered in ice. It was unbelievable. So anyway, last video, I mentioned my friends Kevin and Tanja, and I got to tell you, these people have such a great YouTube channel called The Joy of Trucking. Go check them out, The Joy of Trucking. They're a husband and wife team. They're Canadians, eh? Beauty. take off. You hoser. But it's such a great team because Kevin is really kind of the star of the show, okay? And Tanja is not a driver. She's inside joke here, just the wife, right? So just total joke, Tanja. Completely a joke. She is the better half indeed. She is the videographer, director, cinematographer, and producer and editor of every piece of YouTube video that you ever see from their channel, The Joy of Trucking. One time, I got onto their channel like somewhere in the 200th subscriber. And now they're over 10,000 subscribers. This is how awesome their channel is, man. They're killing it. They're in a freaking zone. So once again, this was 2 Decembers ago now. We had been bouncing comments back and forth quite a bit, and it was very enjoyable. It was a pleasure. We were having a lot of fun bouncing back comments, and sort of really kind of got to know each other in that way. Oddly enough, we had never seen each other. They didn't have a clue what I looked like. I knew what they looked like because I have them on this dadgum video. So I get I can't remember if it was a YouTube comment or a text from Tanja. Hey, we're going to be in Fontana on such and such a day. You know what? If you're available, why don't you come on down and, you know, we can actually meet each other. I think we'd be great. And I'm like, hell yeah, I'm all over that. So I actually went down to Fontana, took a solo run down there from home. And this is when they were with Werner. They're with Crete Carriers now. This is when they were with Werner. And they were exactly like they are on the video. Just a joyous, very fun couple and very educational. And they have been such an inspiration and encouraged me all along the way to get into trucking, as has been my desire for well over 2 years at this point, and get out of the damn school district that I'm so sick of. It was unbelievable, and I'm so glad I did. I'm still glad I've made that move. I don't like being away from home. I don't like being away from my wife at all. I miss her so much. It isn't even funny at this point. But it's the price that I have to pay. Kevin and Tanja knew that. They still encouraged me the whole way. They encouraged me to keep my mental health up. Mental health is a big thing in trucking. It's a huge thing in trucking. And just imagine those cats that were doing it, you know, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and a healthy chunk of the 90s, where there were no cell phones. There were no video calls. There was no FaceTime. There was none of that. And it was a lost connection. Everybody was using a payphone, you know. Well, at least these days, we can make videos about our day. We can do different things that occupy our minds with healthy things. Of course, yeah, you could tear your mind up out here, really simply, if that's your mindset in the first place. But it's not for me. My mindset is I want to be home. My mindset is I want to talk to my wife. You know what I mean? I want to see my grandkids. This is where I'm at. You know what I mean? And I don't get that right now. And it's tough. But Kevin and Tanja have been just a great couple to chat with, to bounce things off of. I love watching their videos because almost every time I learn something. It's something. I mean, it doesn't even matter what. There's always something to chat about, watch, and listen to. And I appreciate what they bring to the table. She's a magnificent editor. I do not have those kinds of skills. And what you with my channel, the Clydesdale channel, what you see is what you get. This is all ad-libbed. I don't have a plan to tell anybody anything. It's just me chit-chatting with you like I'm talking to, you know, a family member. I talk to my buddy Guy on the phone almost daily. It's tax time for him right now, so he's hammer jammered. But you know, I talk to Guy a lot. My brother Kraft, talk to him a lot. My brother Tom, I talk to him a lot as well. So I'm just that's what keeps the mental health up. You know, talked to my mom the other day. So I got a few other people I got to get a hold of. You know, once in a while I got to call my sis. We text back and forth. You know what I mean? So I'm in touch. My nephew Tristan. You know, my grandbabies. There's so many people that are helping me stay mentally healthy and strong through this extremely long period of time, which does segue me nicely. And I know I'm going long here, but bear with me. This segues me nicely into something that Ed told me on the way here, that I'm going to be done with this process around March 6th. March 6th. That's 5 weeks. Typically, people have to do 8 weeks with this company, Leonard's Express. But if at the 5 week mark you got it, then there you go back to Caldwell, get you a truck. And immediately after I get that truck, I'm going to get a load to California, and I'm going home. And so I want to be home, and I want to expect to be home somewhere around the 10th of March. Any later than that, and I might get a little pissy. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So I'm excited about that. That was news that I just got sort of in passing today. It wasn't really, you know, a sit-down conversation. It was just trainer Ed telling me, yeah, I talked to Mike today. Now Mike's out in New York, Farmington, New York, at Leonard's Express headquarters. And he said, dude's going to be done before that. No, 5 weeks. Okay. All right. Well, then 5 weeks it is. So that's it. It's again, it's a sacrifice. It's what I got to do. Mom and I have a good head on it, and we're trying to stay strong for each other. It's hard to do out here, but we're doing it. And I think we're doing pretty good, each of us. And I'm so glad to be able to say that. It's stressful out here anyway. And then to be worrying about my wife missing me, or, you know, having mental health issues of her own, would be hard to deal with out here. But I'd call it. I'm going to tell you right now that she's the number one thing in my life, period. Baby, I know you know that, but if she called me and said, we just can't do that, I'm going home. It's that simple. But it's not even close to that. At least at this point, we're doing really, really good. So I'm happy to say that. I'm going to wind this down. It's been great thus far. Long journey ahead of us, man. We're going to do a couple of 700-mile days here coming up. I guarantee we have to. We're burning up 400 miles tonight just so brother could go home and get some laundry done and see his wife. It's basically right on the way for where we're headed. And to be honest with you, I haven't even mapped it out yet. I'm going to do that as soon as I wind this down and figure out how I'm going to get from Twin Falls to Pompano Bay, Florida, is where I'm headed. And then Parkland after that, which I guess they're not very far apart. So, you know, seriously, thank you guys, all of you, the Hegneys, the Crafts, my whole family, and so many others that have latched onto this deal. Some of my kids from school have latched onto this deal and watch me from time to time. I think that's really cool. Brother Patrick, one of my hockey buddies, you know, goes to school in Arizona. He's watching me, you know, every now and again, so I'm pleased about that. I really appreciate it. If you appreciate it, and this is where Brother Kevin taught me, hit that subscribe button. You know what I mean? Hit the like button. Give it a thumbs up. Ring the bell. I know I don't have the dance down as well as Kevin does, but go check their channel out. The Joy of Trucking. You'll dig it. They're good. They're better than me getting this stuff out there. I just don't have. I can't give you road footage. They can. I can't touch my phone while I'm going down the road. So it's just this kind of commentary. So I hope you don't mind it. Hit all that stuff. Thanks for watching. You know who love you. What am I gonna say? Y'all already know. You already know. Keep y'all's head on a swivel. Watch your back. It's a rough world out there. Peace.